applause. So this is something here. I just finished getting a tour of just one little corner of this massive facility. Size of 28 football fields. Last year, during the busiest day of the Christmas rush, customers around the world ordered more than 300 items from Amazon every second. And a lot of those traveled through this building. So this is kind of like the North Pole of the South, right here. Got a bunch of good-looking elves here. Now, before we start, I want to recognize your General Manager, Mike Thomas. My tour guide and your Vice President, Dave Clark. We've got the Mayor of Chattanooga, Andy Burke. And you've got one of the finest gentlemen I know, your Congressman, Jim Cooper. So I've come here today to talk a little more about something that I was discussing last week. And that's what we need to do as a country to secure a better bargain for the middle class. A national strategy to make sure that every single person who's willing to work hard in this country has a chance to succeed in the 21st century economy. Now, you heard from Lydia, so you know, because many of you went through it. Over the past 4.5 years, we've been fighting our way back from the worst recession since the Great Depression. And it cost millions of Americans their jobs and their homes and their savings. And part of what it did was it laid bare the long-term erosion that's been happening when it comes to middle-class security. But because the American people are resilient, we bounced back together. We righted the ship. We took on a broken healthcare system. We invested in new American technologies to reverse our addiction to foreign oil, changed the tax code that had become tilted too much in favor of the wealthy at the expense of working families, saved an auto industry, and thanks to GM and the UAW working together, we're bringing jobs back here to America, including 1,800 auto workers in Spring Hills. 1,800 workers in Spring Hills are on the job today, where a plant was once closed. Today, our businesses have created 7.2 million new jobs over the last 40 months. This year, we're off to our best private sector jobs growth since 1999. We now sell more products made in America to the rest of the world than ever before. We produce more renewable energy than ever before. We produce more natural gas than anybody else in the world. Healthcare costs are growing at the slowest rate in 50 years. Our deficits are falling at the fastest rate in 60 years. So thanks to hard-working folks like you, thanks to the grit and resilience of the American people, we've been able to clear away some of the rubble from the financial crisis. We started to lay a new foundation for a stronger, more durable America. The kind of economic growth that's broad-based. The foundation required to make this century another American century. But, as I said last week, and as every middle-class family will tell you, we're not there yet. Even before the financial crisis hit, we were going through a decade where a few at the top were doing better and better, but most families were working harder and harder just to get by. And reversing that trend should be Washington's highest priority. It's my highest priority. But so far, for most of this year, we've seen an endless parade of distractions, political posturing and phony scandals. And we keep on shifting our attention away from what we should be focused on, which is how do we strengthen the middle class and grow the economy for everybody. And as Washington heads towards yet another budget debate, the stakes couldn't be higher. And that's why I'm visiting cities and towns like this one, to lay out my ideas for how we can build on the cornerstone of what it means to be middle class in America. A good job with good wages. A good education. A home to call your own. Affordable health care that's there for you when you get sick. A secure retirement, even if you're not rich. More chances for folks to earn their way into the middle class as long as they're willing to work for it. And most importantly, the chance to pass on a better future for our kids. So I'm doing a series of speeches over the next several weeks, but I came to Chattanooga today to talk about the first and most important cornerstone of middle class security, and that's a good job in a durable, growing industry. It's hard to get the other stuff going if you don't have a good job. And the truth is, everything I'm going to be talking about over the next several weeks really is about jobs. Because preparing our children and our workers for the global competition they'll face, that's all about jobs. A housing finance system that makes it easier and safer to buy and build new homes, that's about jobs in the construction industry. Healthcare that frees you from the fear of losing everything after you've worked so hard. And then having the freedom to maybe start your own business because you know you'll be able to get healthcare, that's about jobs. And obviously retirement benefits speak to the quality of our jobs. And let me say this, something everybody here understands. Jobs are about more than just paying the bills.
That's right.
Jobs are about more than just statistics. You know, we've never just defined having a job as having a paycheck here in America. A job is a source of pride. It's a source of dignity. It's the way you look after your family. It's proof that you're doing the right things and meeting your responsibilities and contributing to the fabric of your community and helping to build the country. That's what a job's all about. It's not just about a paycheck. It's not just about paying the bills. It's also about knowing that what you're doing is important, that it counts. So we should be doing everything we can as a country to create more good jobs that pay good wages. Period. Now here's the thing, Chad. The problem is not that we don't have ideas about how we can create even more jobs. We've got a lot of ideas out there. There are plenty of independent economists, plenty of business owners, people from both parties agree on some of the ingredients that we need for creating good jobs. And you've heard them debated again and again over these past few years.